Welcome to today's video. We are making a Christmas cracker crown template. You will need a triangle rule, a normal rule, 2 bits of paper, a pen and some tape. And the crown examples you can make these. So this is a Harris Tweed version. This is just me playing around with felt. And this is the template that I use and sell on my Etsy shop. If you can't be bothered making your own, when I first came up with this there was no templates I could really find easily, which is why I designed my own. Now there's loads of templates that you can find on Etsy. There's different designs, all sorts. Mine's just five equilateral triangles. So first off, I'm just going to tape my 2 bits of paper together because it does make life a bit easier. So we're just going to draw a 2.5 inch rectangle all the way along the bottom of this page. And then we get to decide what type of crown we want to make. So I have 5 equilateral triangles, but I think today I want to make something a bit different. So which is why I've got you to tape 2 pieces together, because the length is going to be dependent on your triangle heights. So I'm going to go right down the middle of my page with a 3.5 inch triangle in the middle. So that's going to be right, and I'm going for 5 triangles because I like the way 5 triangles looks. And then right next to that I'm going to go for a 2.5 inch triangle. And then I'm going to do another one. And then I'm going to do another 2 over here. So obviously if you've got a newborn baby this probably won't fit, but my hats end up coming out about 17 inches and they fit my son when he was about 8 months old. And they also fit my husband because I make mine with ribbon. You can obviously add in elastic if that's your preference. Makes it a bit easier to get on and off instead of having to tie ribbons. But that's the beauty of the pattern, is you can do whatever you want. So now we have our 5 triangles. At each end you are going to add on a 1/4 inch seam allowance. This is for turning. If you're making a straight felt hat you do not need to add this, but if you're making a hat where you're having a lining fabric and a pattern fabric, you will need to add this, because this is just helps you turn it right side out and doesn't affect your triangle bits then. So now we have one crown template. I just need to go cut it out. And this one a bit longer than my usual hats. Use a card to make your fabric easier as well. It means your template lasts longer. Also, you go ahead and digitize your own template, so that every time you need to right now, I'm happy to feel like it's like. Got some fat quarters lying around. I probably should iron these, but I ain't. I'm going to cheat and I'm not going to cut out the backing fabric because I can just do that at the end once it's all sewn down. So you need 2 pieces of ribbon, which I have handily prepared earlier. All we're going to do is fold this up and lay 1 piece of ribbon there, 1 piece of ribbon there. So you want it about halfway halfway up. And then you're going to leave a gap here, and then you're going to sew 1/4 inch all the way around. Okay, so I've gone ahead and sewn that down, as you can see. So what we're all going to do now is we're going to cut it out. So this is why I said you don't actually need to cut out both templates, and it means that when you're cutting your template you can have a degree of inaccuracy. So near the tops you want to cut off each point, and at the troughs you are going to snip, and this helps turn the fabric right side out, but make sure you don't cut into the stitches. Thought I could have used smaller scissors. So now all we're going to do is turn it right side out. So be careful doing this so you can't be too rough with these bits, because it is only plastic ribbon at the end of the day. Get rid of all that extra spelt. And I would suggest not using like super thick hard felt, otherwise it will be a pain to turn. So you want your turning tool, or I just use an old gigantic sewing knitting needle. Be careful turning the points, don't stick your pointy thing through the fabric. So this ruler might be a wee bit big, but make sure you're really pressing out all those seams. Like that, don't do that. So I would suggest, to prevent that, use a smaller stitch length. Or don't be so violent with your turning. Okay, so now we have something that looks like pretty much a mess. So we're gonna press it down nicely with our fingers and just do some manual manipulation. So here, zoom in, you can see it's not great. It means I didn't snip enough, and it's just really pulling the fabric. But it's fine, it can be fixed. So there's just not enough space. I should have trimmed it out a bit more, made it a wee bit thinner. But I find I have the same problem with most of these types of crowns. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing wrong. I think it's because I just go too fast. So giving this a nice press, and you can see that having the bigger peak in the middle looks nice. So we're going to just fold in this. Okay, let's go over to the sewing. So I'm just going to use a green because that's what was in there, and as you can see it's already looking a lot neater. As we're getting down to the bottom, you can see that I'm opening this and pulling it open to get rid of those creases. And then once we get down there, we're going to pivot, continue to pull this slightly, and go straight up the other side. Okay, and we're finished. one reusable crown. Not very festive, but it works, and you can see that the creases have come out nicely. And then from the back, it's just a plain old hat. So you can make obviously this centerpiece as wide, and you can do whatever you want. The freedom is yours. Go wild. I hope this video helps them. Okay, so this is what it looks like on. That's the big peak in the middle. That's just tied at the back. So you can see there's a lot of space. There's a lot of space that you can make it smaller and way bigger. So the freedom is yours. If you want to watch more Christmas videos, I would recommend this video here. Thank you very much.